Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now this is a first for me doing a top 10 summer movies video, just because in the past I've seen maybe 4 or 5 movies over the course of the summer. So you can't really do a top 10 video when you've seen only 4 movies. But this year I went to see roughly 30 movies over the course of the summer. So I'm going to do a top 10 list, and you will probably agree with some of these movies, you'll probably disagree with some of these movies. Let me know what you think are the top 10 movies of the summer down in the comments down below. I would love to hear them and debate them with you. Also, just keep in mind that while I did see about 30 movies this summer, there are many movies that I did not get around to seeing, mainly because they were not available at my local theater. And the 2 that I can really think of that would probably be on this list if I had seen them is Boyhood and Snowpiercer. These are 2 movies that got great reviews that I did not get around to see. Let's begin. My number 10 choice for movies of the summer is Maleficent. This came out at the very end of May, and it was a movie which I went into not really expecting a whole lot and not really knowing what to expect in general, to be frankly honest. And the movie really surprised me, and it really got me excited, and it was one of the first real live action Disney movies which have actually worked out really well. Angelina Jolie did a great job reprising the role of Maleficent, and I think it's a really good movie. It's doing great in the box office. It's still making money. It's making a ton of cash. So yeah, Maleficent right now is my number 10 movie. Number 9 is Transformers Age of Extinction. This movie got shat on in reviews, but I ended up really liking it. This is the 4th installment in Michael Bay's Transformers franchise, and it stars a new slew of characters besides the Transformers. And it just worked. I knew what I was going into when I went in to see it, and so I was able to sit back, not really expect a whole lot of plot or character development or all that stuff, and just enjoy a fun action-esque movie, which took me for a fun 2.5 hours. Overall, I did really like Transformers Age of Extinction. I thought it was a really fun movie, and it is my number 9 choice for the summer. Number 8 is the comedy Neighbors. This was one of the first movies that I saw this summer, and it starred Seth Rogen and Zac Efron in the 2 main roles, and it's Seth Rogen's family versus Zac Efron's frat, and it's just a really funny comedic movie which actually does touch on some real life issues that college students have to deal with, especially after being in a fraternity for 4 years and kind of just living that as your only real life. And it was just a movie that I really enjoyed, for that matter, and it had a really good ending, and it was just a really fun comedic movie that both actors played really well, and I got to see that Zac Efron can actually act, which I haven't really seen recently. So there's that. But Neighbors is officially my number 8 choice of the summer. Number 7 is Godzilla. This is another movie which came out very early in May, and it was the remake of the big monster movie Godzilla. It's been known for a very long time who Godzilla is and what it is, but this is a really good remake of the film, and I just really enjoyed it. It's got Aaron Taylor Johnson in the main role. It's got Bryan Cranston in kind of a secondary role, and it's just a fun movie. It's a good monster movie action-esque thing. It's got a little bit of feel to it, and yeah, I just really enjoyed Godzilla much more than I was expecting to. So that is my number 7 choice. Number 6 is The Amazing Spiderman 2. This is the last movie on this list that came out really early in May, and it was literally the first movie that I saw in the summer of 2014. And I ended up really liking this movie despite some flaws that it did possess. This is the sequel to the first Amazing Spider-Man, which came out 2 years ago, and it's just a fun movie. We get to see Peter Parker kind of in the zone of Spider-Man now. We get Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, and she does a really nice job, and it's just a fun movie. It's another Marvel-esque film, not in the MCU, but it's just kind of building up onto this universe. It sets up a lot of things for the future of the Spider-Man universe that they're building, and I really liked it. I came out of the movie really happy with it, and despite the fact that they left out some key scenes from the trailers that they showed, I really did enjoy Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I have it on Blu-ray now too, so there's that. That is my choice for number 6. And now we are in the top 5 movies of the summer for 2014. And so these are the movies that I consider to be the best movies of the summer, the ones that you should not have missed. And if you did, you should feel terrible. So number 5 on this list is How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is an animation film which was done by DreamWorks Animation, and it is more or less a kid's film, but it also adheres to a lot of adult elements. It's really exciting. It is obviously the sequel to How to Train Your Dragon, which came out, I don't remember how many years ago, but it's a really good sequel. It builds up on the original, and in my opinion, it is better than the original, which is kind of rare for sequels to do these days. But How to Train Your Dragon 2, it has a lot of action, it has a lot of tension, it has a lot of sadness in it, and I just really, really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the 3rd installment. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is my number 5 choice of the summer of 2014. Number 4 is another comedy which came out this summer entitled 22 Jump Street. This stars Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, once again reprising their roles from 21 Jump Street, and this comedy is just the most hilarious thing in the world because I was laughing a lot in this movie, especially in the end credit sequence. Instead of going to high school this time, they're going to college, and they really make fun of the fact that, oh hey, it's kind of the same movie done, but they do take their own liberties with it, and they do make it really, really comedic. Ice Cube is great in the movie as well, and overall, it's just a really, really fun movie that knows what it is and takes full advantage of that. And the 2 actors have great chemistry, as we see on and off screen. And so yeah, 22 Jump Street is my number 4 choice of 2014. And now we're in the top 3. These are the 3 movies that I really, really loved, and I would go back and buy on Blu-ray and do whatever with any time that someone asked me to. Number 3 is Edge of Tomorrow. This is the most underrated film of the year, I would probably say at this point, just because it did not do great in the box office, but it got great reviews. Edge of Tomorrow is a Tom Hanks film which stars also Emily Blunt in the secondary role, and he is basically someone who is going back in time. He keeps repeating the same day until he figures out a way to end the huge war that is happening, and then he has to keep repeating the events over and over until he gets it right. And it's just a really, really cool action movie. It wasn't really anything I've seen before, and I thought Tom Hanks did great in the role. It is a movie that I'll definitely be getting on Blu-ray when it comes out, and it is probably one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Edge of Tomorrow is my number 3 choice of the summer of 2014. Number 2 is a movie which really takes the ape out of everything. This is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This is the sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which came out I think 2 or 3 years ago, and this was a fantastic movie. We get to see kind of the way that the apes eventually started to take over the world, and we see this more towards the end of the movie, but we see just the 2 civilizations. We see the human society, and then we see the ape society, and we see that they are very similar in ways that neither side really wants to admit, and it's really cool to see that kind of speaks about humanity and what it really means to be human, or in this case to be an ape as well. The person who plays Caesar does a phenomenal job. The story was really interesting and dramatic, and I just was into this movie from start to finish, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see what else they do with this series. So Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is my number 2 choice of 2014. And now we are at the long sought after number 1 spot of the summer for my opinion, and this is the Marvel film Guardians of the Galaxy. This was a movie which I wasn't terribly looking forward to when they announced it. I don't think anybody was. It just blew me away. It has comedy, it has action, it has drama, it has everything that I could want. It's a fun time movie. It is one of the only movies in the MCU which does not take itself too terribly seriously. It has comedy, but it has more comedy than Iron Man, and that's saying something. This is a movie which I really, really, really enjoyed. I thought Chris Pratt did great as Star-Lord, and all the supporting cast, even Rocket and Groot, they are probably some of the best parts of this movie. This is a movie which blew me away. It's the final movie in Phase 2 of the MCU, and it was literally at this moment my favorite movie of the year so far. and it is easily my #1 choice for the summer. This is a movie which blew away all the others in terms of everything, and I just really, really had a fun time with this movie. I think everyone else did, and it gets me really excited to see what the future Marvel films will be. It gets me excited for the potential that Ant-Man could have, because that movie is very underrated right now, and just the future of everything, because this shows that Marvel can take a brand new franchise which isn't really popular, well known, and can just blow it up and make it something which everybody now wants to know about and everybody just loves. So that is my #1 choice of the summer of 2014. That is my top 10 list for the movies of the summer of 2014. Definitely let me know what yours is down in the comments down below, and let me know what you agreed with from mine and what you disagreed with from mine, and let me know why as well. And now we will begin the fall lineup of movies, which is a shit ton. I've been saying this throughout the last few videos, but I don't know how many of these reviews I will get to, just because it's a lot that I will have to do, and it's a lot of money and a lot of time, and I don't know how much of that I can really devote to it. So there will be a few key movies throughout this year that I will be getting to, but I'll be trying to see as many as I can, as many as time and money will allow me to. So, as always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Pell, and as always, keep on watching.